Remember when games were about fun, challenge, and exploration? Well, some say that's changing and not for the better. Wokeism is creeping into the gaming industry, and for many, it's ruining the experience. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into how wokeism is tearing apart the gaming industry and why so many players are fed up with it. Let's get into it. So, what exactly do we mean by wokeism in gaming? It's when game developers and studios prioritize pushing political agendas, like extreme diversity initiatives, social justice themes, and virtue signaling, over creating a great gaming experience. Now, this doesn't mean games can't have diverse characters or touch on serious topics, but when these elements are forced and take precedence over gameplay, players notice. Take this example. Rather than letting a story unfold naturally, we're hit with ham-fisted messages about identity politics or current events. Instead of immersive worlds and creative storytelling, we get lectures that pull players out of the experience. It feels like the developers care more about making a statement than delivering a game we can enjoy. And gamers aren't staying silent about it. Just take a look at the backlash on forums and social media.
Building an inclusive society where everyone belongs. Well, if the power is building an inclusive society, then why is every mechanic about excluding people? I don't understand what the reasoning here is.
Fans are calling out these games for what they see as forced agendas. And the result? A lot of games are getting negative reviews, not because they lack good mechanics or graphics, but because they feel more like political sermons than entertainment. Let's be clear. Gaming should be for everyone, and diversity in games is a good thing. But when developers make it their main priority, when it's done at the expense of a good story, engaging gameplay, or thoughtful design, that's when the problems start. Look at games from the past, like Zelda or Mass Effect. These games had diverse characters, rich worlds, and deep stories, but they weren't focused on preaching to the player. They succeeded because they prioritized fun and immersion. Now, compare that to some of the newer releases. In many cases, storylines feel shoehorned, character development takes a back seat to agenda-driven dialogue, and the focus shifts from fun to politics. And guess what? Players feel disconnected from these games. This trend is also affecting the industry's bottom line. Games that focus too much on woke messaging often underperform because gamers just don't want to be preached to. They want fun, excitement, and a break from reality, not a game that feels like it's pushing a political narrative down their throat. At the end of the day, gamers play to escape, to have fun, and to be challenged. But when wokeism takes over, it pulls us out of the experience. And if this trend continues, it could push away loyal players who feel like they're being told what to think, instead of given the chance to just enjoy the game. So what's the solution? It's simple. Let developers focus on what they do best. Creating immersive worlds, engaging stories, and fun gameplay. Social messages are fine when they're subtle and organic, but when they become the main focus, it destroys what makes games great. The gaming industry is at a turning point, and as gamers, we need to speak up. If we want games to stay about fun, exploration, and creativity, we need to make our voices heard. Let's bring the focus back to what really matters, the game itself. Thanks for watching, everyone. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment below. What's your take on wokeism in gaming? Is it destroying the industry, or do you think it's a necessary change?